normative executives possess a paradoxical mixture of personal humility on one hand and professional will. They are timid and they are ferocious. They are shy and they are fearless. They are rare and they are unstoppable. At the risk of embarrassing some of you in this room, I want you all to take a look around this room right now. Look around you. What do you see? When Colin's research team interviewed the CEOs of these 11, what he calls level 5 leaders, here's the kind of things they said about themselves. Listen carefully. I hope I'm not sounding like a big shot. Did I have a lot to do with it? Oh, that sounds so self-serving. I don't think I can take much credit. We're blessed with marvelous people. There's plenty of people in this company who could do my job better than I do. Colin's team found that the people who work with these select leaders continually use words, these people continually use words like, to describe these people, like quiet, humble, modest, reserved, shy, gracious, self-effacing, mild-mannered, understated, do not believe his own clippings, and so forth. Look around the room one more time. Look around the room. What do you see? Jim Collins says, the good to great leaders never wanted to become larger-than-life heroes. They never aspired to be put on a pedestal or become unreachable icons. I love this line. They were seemingly ordinary people quietly producing extraordinary results. One last peek around the room. Take a look. Because when I first read this, I jumped up and down in my Asian American kind of way. I even high-fived myself. Because I thought, he's talking about my people. I started seeing the faces of more than a handful of really outstanding Asian American leaders. And more than half of those faces I saw were women. I was in the middle of writing Invitation to Lead when I read this chapter in Good to Great, and I got so pumped about it that I added a whole chapter about level 5 leaders. Now let me be straight up with you. I realize I'm risking stereotyping all Asian Americans. There are certainly some Asian Americans who don't fit Colin's description, and thank God that we're not all the same. But I do believe his description fits a good many of us. Think about it. We have been told for decades that given our makeup, our disposition, our gifting, call it whatever you want, that Asian Americans were not CEO top dog material. They call us good number crunchers. They call us invaluable second in command. They call us consummate team players. But the hot seat belongs to those named Gates, Jobs, Obama. It isn't our way to nominate ourselves to be the top dog. As I reflected on Colin's list of qualities of level 5 leaders, it felt like a blend of the best of Confucian and Christian values. Here's some examples. They shun public adulation. You've probably heard the term, the nail that sticks out gets nailed down, about Asian Americans. They channel their ambition into the company. Here's the Asian value. The group success is more important than personal achievement. They demonstrate a compelling modesty, never boastful. I'm reminded of 1 Corinthians 13:4. Love is patient, love is kind. It doesn't envy, it doesn't boast. It's not proud. These people set up successors for even more greatness in the next generation. I think of 2 Timothy 2:2. And what you have heard from me through many witnesses and trusted faithful people who will be able to teach others as well. They create superb results. I think of 2 Timothy 2:15. Do your best to present yourself to God as one approved by Him, a worker who has no need to be ashamed, rightly explaining the word of truth. These level 5 leaders demonstrate an unwavering resolve to do whatever must be done to produce the best long-term results, no matter how difficult. Colossians 3:23 through 24, Paul says, "Whatever your task, put yourself into it, as done for the Lord and not for your masters, since you know that from the Lord you will receive the inheritance. As your reward, you serve the Lord Christ." Some of you may be thinking, level 5, what are you talking about? Jesus is going to return before I ever reach level 5. Now that may in fact be true for some of us, but not all of us. I'm venturing that in this very room, there are some closet level 5ers. You have what it takes. You may need more seasoning. You may really benefit from having a mentor. Some training would really help you. Yes, yes, yes to those things. But down the road, you might indeed be level 5. Wouldn't that be something? If you could do that for the glory of God. Now, you don't want to be a level 5 person just so you can walk around and say, huh, level 5, pretty cool. What are you, level 3? What it's all about is that you can be an incredibly effective servant leader. That's what leadership in God's kingdom is all about, servant leadership. How about some servant CEOs? Let's go back to the party. Friends, this is all great. We love what you've brought us. They definitely are things we need, and we'll use them well. You were so kind. But it seems that one gift is missing. It was something we were kind of expecting from one of you. Did anyone see a gift that didn't get opened? Then the hostess looked directly at me and smiled. I took a step. I hesitated. I took a deep breath, and I walked forward, my head down, my eyes to the floor. When I reached the table, I couldn't look up. I held out the gift. The wrapping was nearly coming off because it had been squashed in my pocket all evening. More embarrassment. Oh God, just shoot me. I'll die quietly. I promise I won't make a scene. But ah, said the host, his eyes sparkling. As they opened my gift, an incredible thing happened. As the guests saw what it was that I brought, oohs and ahs filled the entire room. Then, loud clapping, cheering, stomping of feet. They were celebrating my little gift. It's exactly what we need, the host told me. Exactly. It's perfect. As the party ended, the host stood by the door, thanking each person for coming and for their gift. When I reached them, both of them reached out to me and they embraced me. It wouldn't have been complete without your gift. Thanks so much for bringing it. I sort of waltzed out into the crisp evening air. If only I knew it would mean that much to them, I would have given it to them much sooner. I looked around. No one was looking. I got a feeling that tonight's going to be a good night. Tonight's going to be a good night. Amen.